Apparently, in the former videos I just released in this channel by myself about Tartaria, electrocultural societies, and the old world civilizations, and the mud flood, actually, how they just happened. And I just did summary for these topics in the former videos, like a summary. So this video will also be like that, but I just wanted to give you give the meaning of these topics, uh, not all in a summary way, but I will not summarize fully about it, uh, but I will also give much more details uh, and the events that took place in the 18th century or the 19th century, totally relevant to these topics, and uh, the mass authority today in today's world uh, does not want to uh, reveal these topics to the public. And I just wanted to show you why they don't want it, why they don't want people to be more developed in terms of technology and electrocultural aspects. So I found this video. It's about the Istanbul. The former name of it is Constantinople, and how it's changed before the old world civilization, and after. In this video, it says Ottoman Empire destroyed the actual Constantinople uh, in means of just destroying this developed etherical energy uh, culture or the society. So let's listen.
Destroyed Constantinople. Ottomans destroyed Constantinople. Ottoman Empire was financed, formed, and controlled by European Ashkenazi Jews, and the infantry consisted of impoverished shepherds from Central Asia. Hagia Sophia was not a church, but Old's World Grand Central Terminal that was made and designed as energy machine, which had no negative effects on organisms, but had a healing capability. Grand Central Terminal's healing powers were enormous, and they were used as meeting places for special ceremonies and healing public centers. This building is designed in a shape of an intricate characteristics of energy waves emitted by the electromagnetic torus field dome, which align and resonates with the zero-point energy field to attract and absorb the cosmic energy from the ether, associated with the living world of plants and animals, who align and absorb ether's cosmic energy for their growth and expansion. The intricate architecture shapes of Tartarian buildings were in fact solidified electromagnetic vibrations of diverse frequencies, known as cymatics, built to serve not only as accumulating and healing ether's energy machines, but also elevating the people into timelessness, where past and future blend together in the present time. In fact, diverse cymatics vibrational energy produced in Grand Central Terminal interiors were healing as well as time machines. Lower sound frequencies served as healing energy by slowing down our brain waves and put our bodies in a very relaxed, dreamlike state that healed physical and mental conditions. But higher cymatics frequencies present in a specific section of terminals, typically made visible on the surface of a plate, diaphragm, or membrane, were time machines, elevating people into timelessness of the zero-point field, reconnecting the individual with his/hers soul to interact with. Have you ever experienced déjà vu? Déjà vu is a result of two different streams of awareness colliding. The experience of recognizing a current situation alongside with soul interaction. What we, as highly spiritual beings, have lost during the Great Reset 200 years ago. It comes to us sometimes as vague glimpses of our true selves by the phenomenon known as déjà vu. Our present lives are experiences of man-made, simulated, virtual reality, and déjà vu glimpses are our true selves. Those who build these colossal monuments knew the secrets of the electromagnetic dipolar torus field dome, which is above the ice dome, and how the torus field dome works, and applied it in the architecture of the buildings around the world in order to assist in creating life on Earth as it is meant to be by the God. It would be madness to think that this colossal building with all of the advanced features in it was built by primitive horse and buggy using hammer and chisel as stone cutting and curving tools, but it was built by masters of highly advanced people in the old world. Ottomans.
Yeah, I really like this video. It is such a informative video about the ether and the electromagnetic system that people are just keen in to just build some buildings and just harness those energies from the unlimited area or the space. Just attract this energy to the physical world and use it in a beneficial way. Utilize it in a way that it benefits the people's sake. So these mosques and the churches were just built to heal people who are deprived of any relaxation or who has some kind of sickness. So this can be also applied in a person who has a wound on his leg, on his arm, and also on maybe its inner body. His or her organs may be wounded or has sickness or cancer in himself. So these buildings helped them in order to heal their sicknesses. So it was easy to get rid of any kind of negative physical world adversities. So these mosques and churches, all of them were just energy machines. They were also beneficial in terms of just growing plants. So you were able to grow your plant and make it ripe in really, really short terms. Like you can really grow a apple tree or any cabbages in less time and in a more efficient way. So this was just a part of its beneficial sides. Those energy machines. Those energy machines also were advantageous in terms of just heating your houses. I mean, people at that time, people were able to heat their houses just by this either power or electromagnetic power that they harness it from the etheric space or etheric dimension to the physical world. So people were able to do anything they want with this kind of knowledge, science at that time. So I can't continue and also give examples how they use this energy, because I'm kinda forgetting some part of this important issue. So I may also explain to you guys in the future videos. So let's continue on looking at other posts. I also want to look at the
Ottoman
comments. Uh, Fake Jews ruining everything beautiful since Tartarian.
Apparently, the reason that honey does that is because of the frequencies of the bees' wings when they're building their honeycombs, and
Nothing new under the sun and fake time dating. In the first picture, we see a Nokia phone, as we used it in the late 90s and early 2000s. However, the tablet you see here was actually created by Karen and Carl Wengertner of the Art Replic Studio. In January 2012, this is not left by our ancestors, nor is it a sign of extraterrestrial intelligence. The tablet is simply the creation of sculptors who specialize in ancient art replica. In the fourth picture, we see images of two people, as they were always depicted in Hindu temples. One seems to be talking on the phone, and the other seems to be using a tablet with a pen. Officials claim that this picture was made sometime in the 80s, but this is not true. It is at least 3,000 years old. Did the ancient Hindus have advanced tech? Phones and tablets? Is that kind of thing's nothing new? There are really many finds worldwide, such as the Hammer of Texas, which is said to be millions of years old, or a petrified Swiss watch found in China in an imperial tomb, which is also said to be millions of years old, or a petrified female mummy found in the Ural Altai Mountains in Russia wearing Adidas shoes, which is also said to be millions of years old, etc. The list is really long without a
Okay.
London.
Ley lines of London. Okay. What do we have more? What do we got more? All of them are videos. I just want photos. So this is also about Tartarian structures and buildings, and architecture about the etheric energy and electromagnetic energy. So techniques in order to harness the electromagnetic power. This symbol is carved all over ancient Egypt by an order of scholar, warrior, mystical knights called the Dijedi. Looks like a lightsaber, right? It is. Make this out of the right kinds of metals and it's a pile battery. This is a functioning flashlight. The jet pillar represents Osiris' backbone. It's a sign of stability. The Jedi protected Osiris. Osiris was tricked and killed by Seth. So it's being the Jedi. Okay, just a story going on. The Jedi Knights will incarnate onto the planet in times of turmoil in order to provide stability and return to the land to peace. That is a massively beneficial self-fulfilling prophecy. We can become a Jedi in real life simply by stepping up into the... So, here you see also that's another device used in the ancient Egyptian times or the old world. So we have many devices or just items used in the past, which are totally developed in terms of technology, not like today, unlike today's technology. All the columns of the fountains have been placed in the parks to eliminate taints to ether and water. This is nothing extraordinary. The energy has always been free. When night falls, the fountains shone with an unimaginable brightness. surpassing the most powerful lanterns of today. Substation, no wires, running lights, no glitches. Do scientists care to explain such power is hidden from us just to continue making us dependent on dirty and polluting energy? So as you guys can see in this image that those times were rich in terms of making the streets, making the buildings lighted, in terms of having a bright city even in the night time. So lightning was not a problem because it was totally free energy, and you could totally illuminate all the street, illuminate all the city without using any cables or wires. Just by using that, harnessing that electromagnetic energy, using that etheric dimension, and converting into the physical world, you could easily illuminate your city in that way. So we see in today's parks, in today's public places, these are just stones built into the center of the park just for, I don't know, artificial or arts-minded purposes, but it was not built for this meant. It was a lamp. These statues was actually lamps. So as you guys can see, all the things in the old world was easy to do because you was using the godlike energy and not harming energy. This energy was not harming you and the people. But now in today's world, people are getting or being affected by, negatively affected by that kind of Wi-Fi or the 5G and 6G, you know that kind of. Also, the light lamp, LED lamp in your room is also dangerous for your health, ineffective for you, and it harms your body because white light is such a harmful and disadvantageous thing and energy that the globalist agendas applied onto us and the humanity. So what we have more? What do we have the more? Here we have Buddha with the swastika badge on him. Real alchemy consists in being able to turn gold back again into something else. That's the secret that most have lost friends. Clavis artist, 1700s. Is gold unlimited? Yeah. Gold, gold and the fuel and the, yes, fuel oil, all of them are just the bloods of the earth planet. So gasoline and petrol is also just a liquid of earth, just the blood of it. We are just using the littlest part of it. the globalist agendas are not also allowing humanity to use more and more in order to thrive and develop, because they just want to control us. So that's the theory about this topic. I'm just giving you the context of this topic. Old antique painting depicting the Sphinx as a woman, perhaps Queen Mo, Isis, who fled from the civil war in America. After escaping, they colonized parts of Africa, the true sons of Canaanites. I wish people knew about this and what Noah said to his son. As you can see from the antique painting, it resembles treetops, possibly ancient trees, or perhaps just mounds. There is evidence that Egypt was once a lush tropical forest. Hope you enjoyed this one. Yes, of course. It's such a interesting point of view, as you guys can see in these images. So, in a theory, it tells us that in the past there were no deserts in the world. All of the world was just a tropical forest, or everywhere was full of forests, just the nature. And after some time, when the world was giant in terms of trees, humans, and the animals, a cataclysm happened, and all the things just turned into a stone and turned into a dirt. So this idea tells us that were the pyramids just the remaining uh, particles or the parts of a giant tree or the mound near it. So it's such a great topic to discuss about for me too. Nineteenth century, imagine living in a society where even the draining pipes are beautiful. Yeah, it looks like heavenly. Like, look at how artistic is this, but look at how uh, modernized and minimalistic and simple is this. The 21st century. Yeah, you see the difference. So you see the difference also in this photo, how they're differing in terms of their uh, outer side and the architecture of both of them. So uh, yeah, so it goes to underground. So here you see in churches, or I don't know what is this, but in all the structured buildings, they use this 5G electromagnetic, harmful, dangerous, and negative power loaded with cancer causing, uh, I don't know, uh, purposes or anything like that, that are just harming people, turning into cancer uh, patients, or yeah. Look at how And the windows of these buildings were digged under the ground by the results of the mud flood. They were just trying to hide the old buildings. Tartaria. The place has nothing to do with Tartarian in the Bible. They are two completely separate things. 100% real maps. They come with the certificates of authenticity and are valid evidence. Case closed.
People know that cathedrals of old were actually massive energy conductors. The pipe organs they housed produced frequencies which vibrated at perfect resonance with the sacred geometry of our
Yeah, sacred geometry, cymatics, all that kind of shit. So what do we have more is I see antennas. Look at the antennas in all around the world. You can see in all the religious architectures and buildings and the temples and the religious statues or anything like that. You can see the golden coils above that, all of them. So you see the old world. This is the old world, you see. Something actually happened which instantly turned everything into stone, and there was a chaos took place at that time, and everything just turned into particles or the dirt. I don't know. Look at the Tesla coils, golden. So this is the map of Tartaria, I think. Old maps, high-tech, mud flood, Thailand.
The ancients knew what the afterlife.
The underground city of
Underground
The underground
cities.
city of Derinkuyu district in Nevşehir province, Turkey, extends to a depth of approximately 85 meters. It housed 20,000 people, which dates back to the 7th century BC, encompassing 18 levels of tunnels, with storage rooms, water plumbing, stables, and living cattle underground amongst the people. There is no evidence of any plumbing, toilets, or sewage system ever existing down there, nor any evidence connecting these public amenities from one level to another, and in absence of that, they couldn't sustain a community for more than a few weeks at a time. Why would they take the time and effort to build an underground city for only 3 months of the year? The speculation is that the city is actually a lot bigger, but only a fraction of the cave is open to the public, and in fact they span for hundreds of more miles. Underground tunnels stretching for many kilometers away connect this city with many other underground cities which we know nothing about. Who populated those cities, and what kind of people were they? Were they people like us who were eating, or were they breatharians who did not need any food or water, but rather received their food through technology which harnessed the energy from the air? It may also explain the lack of plumbing and toilets in this underground city. It is undoubtedly one of the most the underground city of
Yeah, it's also very descriptive in terms of what happened and how was the people of that time. What were they eating and drinking? Were they just being fed by that kind of energy? And did they really do not want any kind of solidified or solid foods? So did they just biohacked their bodies to not to eat anything but be every time fully energized and fully focused on to building the biggest structures and architectural buildings all the time without even stopping, even building underground cities? This is kind of shocking and interesting topic.
When I was in Turkey and visiting
So
is an electromagnetic.
this is the Ankh. As we talked in our former videos of my syncretism series, here's the same Ankh of Egyptian Ankh.
Magnetic device. You see it in the hands of the gods. You also see us carrying a scepter, which is a device we use to move stones for pyramids, which we use to harness electromagnetic energy. We also use a jet, which is the spine of God, to transfer consciousness. It too is an electromagnetic device. The Sa is used for protection. Shinu represents the sun or eternity. Ra is the falcon-headed god. Ra is the one above. Siba is the dimension of freedom. It's the fourth dimension. It's time. Hathor is the mother of God and the spirit of fertility. Horus's eye is the pineal gland. We are the Kemites. We never called ourselves Egyptians. That's a Greek name. Our education protocol is called the Kemetic Mystery System. Scholars from around the world came to Kemet, Timbuktu, the Gold Coast, and other regions nearby to learn about astronomy, botany, pharmacology, geography, chemistry, and most importantly, geometry. But none has ever completed the 20-year education process. You all hail the Greek Pythagoras for his theorem. However, we use that equation almost 2,000 years before his birth. You call Hippocrates the father.
Okay, enough of this. The helmet was discovered lying peacefully at the bottom of the ocean. The sea continues to hold many secrets about our ancient civilizations, and this is just another one lying beneath the sea. Yes. Energy is free and everywhere, as Tesla said. A copper coil and a magnet is used to produce energy to light up a bulb. So in this image, when observing the old world structures today, they as if something is missing or altered. The concept of these orbs beneath antennas containing mercury doesn't suffice. Noble metal conductor orbs. So many towers and domes rise to smaller, hollowed, domed, octagonal cupolas. They are always situated in key areas, such as beneath central antennas, under domed resonators, or detached outside larger generators. So this image is about the giants skeletons found in excavations. This is, I think, a dragon remainings of a dragon.
Antiquitech refers to unknown technology.
And I also want to explain some infos about the dragons in the future. I will share some videos about the dragons in the past. They totally replaced in 100 years ago they just said globalists, and the elites said also planned to people make believe that in the past there were dinosaurs existed, T-Rexes or any types of dinosaurs, yes. And it was totally to make people forget our true history, that there were only dragons, not the dinosaurs. They were just trying to make us believe that there were only dinosaurs, not dragons. Yes, I thought that I just spelled it in a wrong way, but yeah, continue. So you see those structures in the center of some parks. They are just monoliths, also situated above the ley lines. I don't know, it can be true, but some people say that they were just situated and located just on top of that, those ley lines of the world.
Wait. That looks completely fake.
Wall of China. Marco Polo wrote an extensive and detailed account of Asia in the 13th and 14th centuries and didn't even mention a wall. It's also not found on any maps predating the late 1600s.
China, Russia.
The openings are open to the north.
This is gun for defense against attackers. Thousands of Chinese were stand here and defend their country.
Mongolian Russian side, as if they're defending against the southern Chinese side. Why is that? A little weird, right? Here's one of those maps. Looks like the empire that was north of China was Great Tartary. Here's another one.
The Great Wall of Tartary. Wall of China hoax. So it was the Wall of Tartary, not the Chinese. As the fake history says, the Great Wall of China were just built by Chinese people in order to defend themselves from the Turkish and Turkic states or any types of soldiers and armies. So it was totally a hoax, as the real history of Tartary explains.
Wall of China. Marco Polo wrote.
Is it a bird-faced man? No one knows who made this.
So this is also looks like a lost empire, like Machu Picchu and this thing. Rock cut pillars, subsidiary shrine, facade sculptures, temple entrance, a bird, stoned bird, giant bird, or a dragon, I don't know. So these are also giant animals. So this one is also a giant building turned into a mountain by being turned into a stone from some kind of technology in that time. So here's a wolf, giant wolf head, like very big. Again, a lost temple. So this is Grand Canyon cave discovery. Scotland Pyramid. Here in the comments, the guy said that some people built some shit. Pretty. Oh, look at this minaret, like mosque, has a dragon or a bird, yeah, dragon. Near to that.
Bells.
This car can cruise at speeds of up to...
So here's a giant human.
On Earth there lived the last queen of the Mongolians.
Here's a Tartarian bicyclet.
Anastasia
was bicycle.
Look at the North.
Okay. The collection of memories known as the Mud Flood was a series of catastrophes.
The moon not only acts as a mirror reflecting the land masses, but also reflects the Earth's firmament. Imagine a room with a dome. Now see the dome in the moon. North Pole's whirlpool causes tides and the spot seen in moon. The flat Earth is a 24-hour clock, plus zodiac astrology, clearly seen on the moon along with the firmament. Our ancestors knew this truth and created the zodiac clock, zodiac dial, and moon map. Here's the North Pole, here's the unknown world, extraterrestrial, here's the known world. So these are the giant books from the old world.
Farmer Barry.
Giant birds once roamed our planet.
Farmer Barry shot this monster with a rifle. It was not the biggest one ever captured, surprisingly. Things were much bigger back then, you see. Giant
locusts.
Locusts always represented the Gentile armies in the Bible. Joel 2:25 I will give back to you the years which were food for the locust, the plant worm, the field fly.
Oh, it can be fake, yes.
Giant birds once roamed out.
So here's another flat Earth and the four root races map or the figure. It's just a theory. People say that in the center there is Arya, and in the third place Atlantis, and the second place Lemuria, Asian side, and in the first place African side, Hyperborea. Creation of a new ring of land or wood raised every 24,000 years is a ground-shaking event, causing much flooding and earthquake and so on. Here is the inner sun, black sun. Mercury amalgam balls, antennas, fractal, copper coils under arcs and columns. Resonators are gold covered.
The moon is a plasma phenomenon and happens.
They did a mud flood. They did a mud flood. They did some plagues. They did it to the Chinese with opium. They did it to the Australians. They did it to the American Indians with smallpox.
Yep.
They just go into a country, plague the whole place out, and then take over their buildings. New York was already there for thousands of years. San Francisco was there for thousands of years. Los Angeles was there for thousands of years. They were built by the indigenous people who were black and Indians as well. The black people, they weren't brought over by slaves. They are the original owners of America.
Thank you.
Black people, African Americans. They don't come from Africa. They were already here, and they plagued them out. And they stole the Smithsonian Institute, which is Jesuit controlled, stole their knowledge, stole their history, and now we're just left wondering who we are, where we are, where we come from. They did.
Yeah, it was the final video. Santos really explained the theory, and the things happened at the end of Tartaria's history. So yeah, that was all. This video is not like a summary, but like a fully detailed research on Tartaria and developed cultural, electrocultural society in the past. Also the old world that we mostly call on to remember the things about that kind of technology. So yeah, thanks for listening. If you could endure to that kind of video, long video. So yeah, that's all for this video, and see you on another one.